We're good. Oh wow. Looks like hold on. There's an arrow on my face. All right, we're good. What's up, y'all? And hey, happy September.
I know. It's the first of the month.
It's so crazy how time has flown, and like especially we've been so slammed as of recent. I swear, the last 3 months has flown by so fast.
Oh, I know. I know.
And it's only going to get crazier because we've got, gosh, it's going to be a heck of a rest of the year for us. We've got so much stuff. It's just back to back to back to back every like 3 or 4 days. In fact, we're going on a trip in a couple days here.
Yeah.
We're going to go.
Are we allowed to say?
I think we are.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You break it.
We're going to be in LA, and we're going to film that episode of The Doctors.
So for those of you who know what The Doctors is, I think it's on like the afternoon lineup. Sometime after like Oprah and Dr. Phil or Rachel Ray, then there's a show called The Doctors, and they just talk about different medical circumstances and conditions and really cool stuff. So they're going to have us as guests on there, and so that'll be yet another adventure. And of course, Dee just got back from an adventure in Southeast Asia.
Yes, sure did.
Or so it looks like it. He's got all his
It's a bad hair day.
jungle garb on. Yeah, it's a bad hair day for me too, so I decided to rock my hat a little to the side. But I'm still representing Arizona State, if you can see that.
That's pretty immature of you, Chris. Yeah, you should tilt that hat more like, come on, hat.
There we go.
Come on now.
Here, I'll do
Right.
my Sun Devils some good. There
All
we go. And by the way, come on guys, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that you're going to do something in the season this year. All right, we got some questions, and I know I tend to get a little bit wordy, so I promise I'm going to keep them a little bit shorter and more brief for you. I promise, I'll do my best, but once I get on a roll, I keep going, and you guys know that really well. So
I'll have to give you a swift kick to the leg or something.
All right.
All right, first question. What is a better, losing pounds or losing inches?
Well, honestly, I think they're both pretty cool. Wouldn't you say? I think they're both pretty fantastic. How about losing pounds and losing inches? I think that's ultimately what we're all pretty much looking for. But the one thing I really want you to focus more on the inches first and then the pounds later. Keep in mind that in order to get a really good gauge of weight loss, you're only going to be jumping on the scale once every 2 weeks. That's going to give you a truly good gauge of weight loss. Keep in mind, unless you are extremely large, you know, the larger you are, the faster you are going to lose. And so you can actually see some pretty significant weight loss even on a weekly basis. But as you start to lose weight, when you drop down into and you're looking to lose, you know, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10 pounds, you're only going to be jumping on the scale once every 2 weeks. That's going to give you an accurate gauge of the actual weight that you're losing. And of course, we're not really looking at weight loss. We're more interested in fat loss. So, but even more important, talk about like the way that your clothes are fitting, the way that you're feeling, and how you're looking in the mirror. That's really the best gauge, because you know, if the more muscle that you have that you're going to start developing, muscle, it really does weigh more than fat. That's physiology. Muscle weighs more than fat. So as you develop muscle, your weight will go up. However, your shape and your tone and the way that your clothes are going to be fitting, that's going to improve drastically. So pay more attention to those measurements, to the circumference measurements, and losing those inches, because that's really where you see your body take a lot of shape. So, all right. So how was that for a short answer? I think I'm getting better.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I didn't have to kick you or anything. Okay. Next question. What is the safe amount to lose every month? And how do I not get discouraged when the weight loss starts to slow?
Okay, great question. Also, that's a really, really good one. Keep in mind, I alluded to this just a little bit in the earlier question, and Dee could, of course, attest to this. The larger you are, the faster you drop. And so people lose weight, humans lose weight on what we call a parabolic scale or a parabolic curve, which means that you start weighing a lot and you drop really fast, and once we get into those, you know, that last 30, 25, 20, 15, it starts to slow down a lot. Of course, the more that you have to lose, you can actually drop weight safely. I mean, you can see safe weight loss 5, 6 pounds a week. I remember when we first started off, Dee was dropping 10 pounds a week for probably a good, 3 months or so.
Yeah, about
maybe 2 months.
2 months,
and then it dropped down to about maybe 8 pounds a week, 7 pounds a week. Yes. So, and then of course, it was D actually lost weight on like the perfect parabolic curve. His whole weight loss, 401 pounds, looked just like this. Whoop. Ooh, it looked just like that. And so, or maybe a couple times along the way, it kind of looked like this where it went, but nevertheless, we still got there in record time. So expect the larger you are, you can definitely lose a lot faster. Now, there is a saying, of course, when it comes down to those final pounds, that 2 pound a week saying, it's correct. It's very correct. Remember, if you're only, if you're dropping into the 40, 30, 25, 20 pounds and you're dropping more than 2 pounds per week, chances are, especially if you're up in the 4 or 5 pounds, you very well could be and probably are losing muscle. I will actually go into the physiological explanation of how and why, because remember, your body can only burn so much fat every week. So if you see yourself losing more than 4 or 5 pounds a week, and especially when you're in that like 30, 25, 20, 15, 10 range, okay, it's starting to get a little bit dangerous. So really focus on that, just aiming for that 2 pounds a week. Now keep in mind, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's consistency. And that's why we keep changing the phases over and over again, so we can just keep consistently losing 2 pounds a week. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Before you know it, 3 months down the road, you've dropped a significant amount of weight and you're really, really close to your goal. So, however, if you are up if you're looking to lose 200, 150, 300 pounds, you can definitely and very feasibly see 10, 11 pounds lost in a week, which is going to, ultimately maybe 35, 40 pounds lost a month. It's feasible. So just pay close attention, expect that parabolic curve as you're going to drop, and we'll have some fun with it.
Cool.
Hey guys, I think we finished questions in record time.
I know.
7 minutes. Wow, we're getting there. We're getting better. All right, so that's it. More questions coming later, and we're going to be taking a flight out to Los Angeles. Oh.
What are these?
All right, so here, tell them what we got here.
Aren't they Mexican jumping beans?
Yeah. So
Can you see
a
that?
good friend of mine, he's 4 years old, and I want to say hi to Maddox. What's up, buddy? He actually brought me some Mexican jumping beans. And see, the thing is that I think if you hold them, they won't move anymore.
Yeah.
So if you guys have ever seen Mexican jumping beans, these things, I don't know why, but we've had way too much fun with them over the last couple days. Hold on.
Yeah, we've been putting them in
can
each
actually
other's
see them.
rooms at night. Trying to
Yeah,
wake each other up.
in this darn little box, it makes so much noise whenever they jump. And so if you hide them in someone's room, it's the most annoying clicking sound over and over and over again, and you can't tell where it comes from. It sounds like it's coming from like one corner, and it's coming from the other corner. So I'm sorry, but we've just been having way too much fun with those things.
I thought we had bugs or roaches or something in our house.
I hid them in David's closet last night.
Yeah.
So he was on a little wild goose chase through the evening.
So to speak.
All right, so we're going to head over to the doctor's, and we're going to shoot the show. We'll let you guys know how it goes. Stay tuned. More to come. See you guys.